Talking volleyball on this edition of NE10 Now, the podcast. We are joined by from the number one team in the region, Adelphi, and the runner-up in the Northeast 10, Noelle Alberda joins us. First off, congratulations on the season that you've had, and
Thank you.
walk me through a little bit of what you guys are thinking and what you guys are feeling being able to host the regional.
Yeah, we're super excited. This is historic for us, but it's also a culmination of all our hard work. So I think maybe some people are surprised, but we're not surprised. Like we know we have the talent. We've worked hard. So I think it's just it's kind of like a reward for all the hard work that we've done, but still taking everything seriously. It's just one step in the process. So we're really excited to host. We love our gym. We love the people on campus. We love when people come and support us. So it was super exciting, but still a lot of work to be done.
Let's get into the hard questions here first.
Okay.
What did you guys think when you found out you were the number one seed and you were hosting? Because I have to imagine you're coming down off of we were so close to winning the conference championship on our home floor. Like there's a crushing blow to that. But then a
Right.
couple of days later to have we're hosting, we're the number one seed, let's go again. Walk me through that mindset shift and maybe the rejuvenation that comes with that.
Right. So I think coming off that loss, we took a little bit of time to be upset about it. But then there was the understanding that there's more season to go. We really wanted to win NE10s, but ultimately, like there's a second part to postseason, and that's NCAA. And so getting that number one seed was really exciting. I think, like you said, it rejuvenated us. And so it kind of brought this energy back. Like we're still alive, we're still fighting for something. And so again, to get that number one seed, to know that we're like bringing it to us after all our hard work was super exciting.
Cliche in sports is that there's no wins and losses, there's wins and lessons.
Absolutely.
What's the lesson that you guys took from the NE10 championship?
Yeah, I think just staying mentally tough. We talk about it all the time, even with our wins. There's ups and downs in volleyball. Volleyball is such a mental game. And so we talked about that a lot, how we can come back from this loss. And then moving forward, if we're down in a game like we were in the NE10 championship, how we can work through that as a team. And so, like you said, it was a lesson, but the loss definitely stung, but we're moving on from it. And like I said, there's more season to go.
So much good that got you there, though. So let's talk about the good stuff, because
Absolutely.
the loss in the championship snapped what was a 15 match win streak for you guys,
Yeah.
over which you had won 45 of 51 sets, which is not something that happens.
Yeah.
Tell me what led to that success over the course of the entire season, but really those 15 matches where you guys were untouchable.
Yeah, so it's just I'm sure you know it's a grind. We show up day in and day out in practice, and we're really lucky. Every single person on our team is amazing. And so we get the benefit of competing against each other in practice every day, and that really prepares us for when we have those tough matches, especially on the road. Um, but yeah, our coaches, our athletic trainers, our professors, they all do a great job of supporting us, especially in that month of October where it feels like we're playing games every single day. And then we're also just a really, really close team. I know, again, that's kind of a cliche. Everyone says that, but it's true. Like we love to spend time with each other. We're always laughing. We play games, we dance, like we do all the fun stuff. And so I think that kind of keeps the energy going when other teams would feel like they just kind of want it to be over. Like we're hungry for more every single day, and we look forward to seeing each other and being with each other. And I think you can definitely see that on the court. Like we still get excited for each other. We show up to every practice. So yeah, just the day in, day out, giving our all, and just enjoying the ride.
I've been around teams that have like played down by the banks pregame as their ritual. There was a
Yeah.
basketball team that used to do the Single Ladies Dance by Beyonce before every game. It was their
Yes.
thing. You said that you guys like to dance and play games and have a good time. Is there like a ritualistic Adelphi routine?
Absolutely. Yeah, one of our teammates, she was a camp counselor over the summer, so she has all the games and all the dances. So she'll teach us new ones. We've got a lot of Beyonce going. Um, we have a one dance that we do before every game, and it kind of gets us warm. And and loose, and it's great. It's definitely become a ritual.
Not superstitious, just a little stitious. Yeah.
No, yeah, just a little stitches.
Um, Tell me a little bit about your season. You had more than 300 kills to this point.
Mhm.
Why?
We always talk about this. Our team is so well rounded, especially offensively. You have Mac on the outside, you got Lillian and Delaney in the middle. And so our setters do a great job of distributing the ball. And so it makes it really hard for the defense to read any one of us. And so I feel like I've just been lucky enough to be on the receiving end of some amazing sets, and we do a great job of disturbing the defense. And so it's been like a whole team effort, but like I said, I've just been lucky enough to be on the receiving end of the sets. So it's been really fun. We run a lot of fun plays, and we get really hyped with offense. So it's all just kind of coming together for us this year.
What's it feel like when you really hit one? Like when your timing's down, when the set is perfect, when you feel it off your hand. Like give me the inside baseball of what a really
Yeah.
good swing is like.
Um, it feels great. I have to say, like the moment before hitting it probably feels better. Like when you're up and you see it and you know you're about to hit it really well. And then of course the moment after when you come down and turn around to your team, that's the best. We're really big on celebrating. And so sometimes it's like a brace yourself for like the whole team coming at you. But it's really fun, and it just keeps the energy high even in low energy games. So it's super fun. I love going up and seeing an open court and getting to swing.
You are from Kentmore, Washington.
Yes, I am.
Had you heard of Adelphi before you were being recruited?
I had not. No. Yeah.
Walk me through how you came to Adelphi and what lured you across the country.
Yeah. So my recruiting process was a little bit different. I think anyone from my class could say the same because it was happening in the middle of a global pandemic. And so a club teammate of mine was actually talking to Coach McKnight, and she saw me on her highlight video. And so she reached out and she was like, "Hey, like, are you committed?" And at the time, I was really struggling trying to decide where to go. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'll entertain the idea of like a different school all the way across the country. And then the more I learned about the school, the program that I'm in, and the athletics department, the more I fell in love with it. Um, and so it ended up being a really good fit. And I love going home to visit, but I'm definitely learning a lot by being out here kind of on my own. So it's been great. And I love Long Island and getting to meet new people that I never would have gotten to meet if it wasn't for volleyball.
I feel like you hear the recruiting story so many times of like a coach
Yeah,
was looking at somebody that wasn't me and then they found me on film.
absolutely.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
do you feel like if not for COVID, you might not have wound up at Adelphi because of how everything was done much more virtually and maybe horizons opened more because of that fact?
Yeah, definitely. I think, and it's funny, I never planned to go that far from home for college. Any other college that reached out to me on the East Coast, I was like, nope, I'm sorry. Like, I'm too much of a homebody. I can't do it. But I think just the combination of the pandemic and um, feeling the stress of recruiting and wanting something different and wanting to push myself, I think that all kind of combined. And then obviously, the great atmosphere here at Adelphi, like it all just culminated to me deciding to go here. So um, I never would have imagined this for myself, but I'm so happy that I'm here. And again, I'm learning a lot. So it's great.
Before I say this, I'll preface this so people don't freak out. I know they're different places, but had you ever been to New York City before you came across the country?
I had never been to New York City. I didn't even get to visit because of COVID. So walking onto campus the first day of preseason was my first time ever being in the state of New York. So it was daunting for sure. But we had a really big recruiting class, and some of the girls were kind of in the same boat. And so the upperclassmen were super welcoming, kind of showed us the ropes for a few weeks there. And the support system of like friends and family back home, it ended up working out. But yeah, it was definitely scary.
What's Long Island like? What's New York City like? If you've had the opportunity to really explore, have you become a fan of folding your pizza? Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. On the note of pizza, they sell it by the slice here. That is not a thing in Seattle. Like you buy the whole pizza. So that was new. But yeah, the people here are great. I love the accent. I think it's hysterical. Um, People here are not great drivers, but that's okay. I'm learning to drive with them. Um, but yeah, it's awesome. Everyone talks about like the New York state of mind, and you totally feel that when you go into the city. Like everyone's kind of like minding their own business. They all have things to do. Um, as a team, we like to go into the city when we have time. Like we've gone sledding in Central Park and we've gone to shows in the city. And so just having that balance between being an athlete and being a student, but also being a person and getting to explore this great place while we're all here for 4 years. So yeah, it's been really awesome. It's again been a change, but it's been super fun.
It's like, what'd you guys do last night? We went to Lion King.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't say that everywhere. Um,
Yeah.
Let me bring it back to volleyball. To wrap things up with you as we approach regionals. You
Mhm.
guys, we talked about lessons. I imagine you learned a lot from last year's regional because you made it to the
Absolutely.
final and you played 5 sets on 3 consecutive days.
Yeah.
What was it like to play 15 sets in 3 days? And what did you take away from that?
Yeah. I think by the end, we were all just running on fumes, like no energy left at all. I remember being exhausted. We were all exhausted, but we were in it together. And we were just having so much fun. So, definitely one of the best memories of my life, best volleyball memories. Um, and I think going into this regional, um, there's a lot of girls on the team still that were on the team last year. And so I think this year or last year, the understanding was like, we're so excited just to be here. Um, and we were just like, everything was new and exciting. And oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing this. And now it's the understanding that we're good enough to do that again. Like we have the talent. It's an expectation that we show up every night, and that we go for our regionals. And so I think last year kind of set up this year, as far as now we believe that we can do it. So it's exciting. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
How do you do it?
Uh, I don't know. We'll see.
It's the million
Stick to
dollar
what we've
question.
been
Yeah.
doing. Right, exactly. Stick to what we've been doing. We're a great team. Do what works for us, and listen to what our coaches have to say. So, you know, the all important.
Well done.
Yeah,
That's the old if they're watching. Yeah.
right. Hi, coaches.
Noelle, congratulations on the success so
Thank
far for you,
you.
for the team, and best of luck over hopefully what turns into another couple of weeks for you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.